Hello, friends. Welcome back to Creative Exploration with Pers. How's everybody doing? Today, we're going to play with CogVideoX, more specifically the Tora thing. I still don't know much about it other than what's going on in the Banodoco server. I know Kijai is building it all out in Comfy so that we can play with it and access all these cool features and stuff. What this does in a nutshell is you see that little red dot there. You can decide a path for the spline to take, and then that little dot will move along the path throughout the course of the video. And that dot will tell the subject of the video you're making what to do, in the sense like it'll try to track to that. So a lot of the examples we're seeing in the Banodoco server are like animals, following it. Their eyes are following it. Their nose is following it. If you do two dots, sometimes it does their eyes, or if they're too close together, it does their nose, all this kind of stuff. If you want to see where I'm talking about this stuff, it's in the Banodoco server. Banodoco.ai is the website. There's a link there to the Discord, and if you go into the CogVideoX channel, you can see all the stuff that's happening in the scene right now with Cog, and honestly, it's probably the most exciting local video model we have, just because of the amount of stuff we can do with it right out of the box. The amount of stuff we've already got for Cog it's almost like having diff again. It's like a new version of diff. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked. I haven't been playing with the interpolation stuff as much as I want to because I've just been busy with other stuff, but just watching the community do it has been really fun. So we're going to dive in tonight and play with the example workflow, see what we can do with it and see where we can take it. I think I will also, just before we do all that though, I will pull up Banodoco, the channel here. And I'll show you some examples of what everyone's up to. So this is from today at 11:11. We got Kijai. Oh, you guys can't see that because of the dog. One sec. There we go. So you can see it's tracking the hands here, and Kijai's moving the dots. Oh, that one got the eye and the two hands. You can see all these examples on the Banodoco Discord if you want to go check them out for yourself. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Kijai animated one of Palm's 3.5 gens. So, of course, these red dots don't need to stay in the final video. We're just compositing them over top so you can see what's happening with the control. Yeah, the red dots are just for us, the humans. If you wanted a finished piece without the dots, it's just as easy to drop that out too. I'm also just going to slide through this in case somebody's been posting stuff that's NSFW. I'd rather not get demonetized. This was my example from earlier. Oh no, this is different model actually. I'll talk about that model too. That's pretty cool. But Palm actually just sent me one. Just pull it up real quick here. Here it is. So the Tora trajectory stuff is now working with the interpolation model as well, which means we can say, this is the first image and this is the last image. Okay, so he's taken Vanessa Carlton out of the picture, basically. And then if you set the trajectory, right, of the person here and then there, it is possible with two images and a trajectory to do something like this, which is pretty amazing. She's absolutely making her way downtown. Yeah. I love it. All this stuff is just so exciting to me because it's just ways to play with reality, right? Like, I don't know. The more control we get of these tools, the better. Look at this. So great. So yes, these are still early days. Yes, the model still runs short. It's got a short frame runs. all this stuff. This is another one of Kijai's. If you guys want to get this, the link is in the description below. Just install it as a Comfy node. It might even be in the manager now. It's the Kijai CogVideoX video wrapper. It's yeah, links in the description below. It's this this one here. And then all the example workflows are in the examples folder. So when you install it inside your custom nodes folder, inside the CogVideoX folder, there's an examples folder with all these workflows. So you can just plug and play, drop them in, and start getting to work. A note on VRAM usage, though, this is pretty high VRAM stuff. But I think Kijai was saying that with the GGUF model, some other stuff, CPU offloading, quantization, all that, FP8, I think he's got it down to like 13 gigs inference with Tora. So if you have a 16 gig card, it might be possible to do this. Might not be possible on a 12 gig card. So yeah, what I'm actually going to do tonight is I'm going to spin this up on Vast, because I want a faster GPU. My 3090 takes about 8 minutes to do one of these videos on my 3090. So we'll spin up like an H100 or something and see how much faster it is to do inference on that. And you can see how easy it is to spin this stuff up on the cloud, especially when it's like a pretty easy workflow like this. So let's just get started. I'm going to go to Vast.ai. If I have any credits, I think I do. Sign in real quick. There we go. $13. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, let's try an H100. I'm curious how fast we can get this. So I'm going to select data center, and I'm going to select the H100 series on Vast, and that's just going to give me all the different options of H100s. There's different tiers of H100s. I know PCIe, I think is the slowest. Then NVIDIA Link, and then SXM. I can't remember. Somebody in the comments will probably fix my my speech here, but I do know the SXM ones are very fast. So I think that's just the way the cards are connected. NVL is an NVIDIA Link. I don't know what SXM means, but PCIe sounds pretty self-explanatory. Probably PCI linked cards. So, all right, let's get an H100. It's gonna get $2.50 an hour to rent these. It's pretty good on Vast. It's pretty cheap. I think there is actually a cheaper place to rent them. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's like $1.80 or something on those, but. I know how to do this on Vast, so we're just going to use Vast. So what we need to do first is click on templates and select a... Where are you? We need ComfyUI. So we're just going to type ComfyUI in. And I'm just going to grab the one it recommends, this ComfyUI, because we just need a vanilla ComfyUI, basically. Actually, what we don't need is all the damn models it comes with, but we'll pick a machine with fast internet and just deal with it. So select. Okay. There's one for under $2 an hour. The only thing you want to check is this internet box here. Let me zoom in a bit. Awful. Okay. So you see this internet tab at the bottom that tells you how much your internet's going to cost. 1 terabyte. We're not going to even use 1 terabyte. So, you know, whatever. But if it's like $13 a terabyte, right? That's different. Costs a lot more than like under $1 a terabyte. So some of the people have put up like some pretty predatory prices. So what I like to do is go down here to the GPU total. There's the thing where you can pick the cost. Yes. Terabyte downloads, I set it to about $3 maximum, so that there's no like crazy ones in the list. You know, still get some pretty fast internet. Oh, NVIDIA Link's fastest. Okay, so let's try an MVL. This one's in Japan. It doesn't have as fast internet as this PCIe. This California has very fast internet. $2.08. This is the one. Let's do it. NVL, extremely fast internet, rent it. So because we picked the ComfyUI template, it's going to spin up a ComfyUI instance on this machine. Again, $2. I'm doing this for the stream. I wouldn't do this if I was just messing around myself. I would just grab a 4090 or do it locally. But because I want to get through the examples really fast, we're going to spin it up on the cloud. And then this way you guys can choose sort of how much you're willing to spend per hour to make this stuff if you want to spin this stuff up, you know, because then you can do this on your MacBook and stuff. You don't need a big honking GPU to do this stuff. You can totally use these services. Vast, RunPod, Run Diffusion, man, Fowl has some stuff. Like there's all kinds of solutions for cloud-based GPUs. If you don't have one and you don't have like $2,000 to drop on a GPU, this is a good way to you know, be able to fool around and still not spend $1 million bucks. All right. So instances. This is my instance. It's spinning it up. It's already done. So let's open it up. You're going to get this warning. It doesn't mean anything. It's just because this server we just spun up obviously doesn't have an SSL certificate. So you just proceed, click advanced and proceed. So we got 4 options here. We got our service portal, ComfyUI, sync thing, and Jupyter Notebook. Service portal is this. ComfyUI is ComfyUI. Sync thing is a way you can connect this to like your Google Drive or something if you wanted to just always have persistent data. And Jupyter Notebook is the way we can talk to the machine that has ComfyUI running on it. Okay, so we only need to click 2 of these links. We need to click the direct link for ComfyUI and the direct link for the Jupyter Notebook. And just open those up in 2 new tabs, and then you'll have these 2 tabs here. They'll be doing their thing. So this first one might not be Comfy yet. It might say AI doc. That's because it's still installing Comfy and downloading files. It's telling you what it's doing if you just read the log. So if you see this and it's moving, you're good to go. If you see this and it's not moving, it's either downloading a file that's taking too long or broken. So yeah, this should either be moving or it should be Comfy. This is the Jupyter Notebook. This is the other thing I picked up. For this one, all you do is go to settings, immediately change it to dark mode. So settings, theme, Jupyter Lab dark, and then view open Jupyter Lab. And that's going to open up our like control panel for accessing the machine that we're working on, which we're going to need if we need to reboot it or download files off it. All those kind of things. Go jump into terminal, get dependencies, that kind of stuff. If you want to access the machine, this is how you do it. So this is the whole machine here. You click on terminal to bring up a terminal, or you just drag this out a bit, and this is your file system. So you can see it's installed ComfyUI into the workspace folder. So if I go into ComfyUI, this is just your ComfyUI folder. Everything's here in your outputs, models, all that stuff. So if you need to interface with it, download stuff, this is how you do it. Otherwise, you just literally use Comfy after it comes up like this. So if I go back to that tab, Comfy's open after setting up, and we can just get to work. So click on Manager, and you want to update all. Make sure it updates everything Comfy and the Manager and everything, just in case there's been an update since whenever. You never know if these Docker packages pick a specific version of Comfy or the latest. So it's always worth it to pop an update. And if you want to see what it's doing, you go over to your Jupyter Lab thing, go into the terminal, and the command is log tail. And you can see what it's doing. So in this case, it's updating stuff. Make this bigger here. Yeah, so update done. If I go back to Comfy, it's going to say update done. I'm going to zoom this back down to 100%. Okay. That's good. I'm going to restart Comfy because we can do it from here. So that's nice. Restart. If you go back here, you can see all the logs are updating. It's doing all the business. Should be back up now. All right. So first things first, let's get rid of the sidebar. So we're going to make our color palette GitHub. I just like the extra dark color palette. And the other thing I want to change is down here in the beta stuff. Use new menu and workflow management. Yep, top instead of disabled. And that's going to give us our little top bar. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can see. All right, so we got our top bar with all the stuff in it. We got our sidebar with all the stuff in it, and we're good to go. Comfy is running. What do we need next? We need that thing that's in the description, but you can also get it from the manager, I believe. So let's hit manager, go to custom nodes manager. That was this one here. I clicked it too fast. Custom nodes manager. All right, and we want Cog, but we want Kijai's CogVideoX wrapper. This is the one that I linked, Kijai, CogVideoX wrapper. So install that. All of Kijai's wrappers have a very cool loader node for the models that go and download the model for you. You don't have to go find models. The nodes do everything. It's freaking sweet. All right, so hit restart down here and hit OK. And wait. Oh, and yes, the poll came in for the costume for my Halloween stream on Halloween night, and I will be coming to you live as Princess Peach. Yeah, you guys won. Kind of knew that was going to happen as soon as I dropped the poll, but yeah, got half the costume, and my wife's finishing the rest of it. It's going to be a fun Halloween special. We're just going to make fun images and mess around and hang out and try some stuff and take suggestions and all that. So if you're hanging out on Halloween, you got nothing to do and you want to make some cool AI stuff, come and hang out, and I'll be peaching it up. And we'll make some spooky stuff. All right. Let's see the GUI. Yeah. So we're back. We got the cog thing. Now, remember what I said about the examples being in the examples folder? That's awesome if this is local, but this isn't local. This is running on the cloud. So in this one specific instance, you're going to have to go download the example off the GitHub page and just drag it into the window. It's just because you can't say like workflow open and then it's going to try to open files on your computer. So it doesn't understand you're trying to open files on the server because you're accessing a web version of ComfyUI. All right. So yeah, this is, and you can grab this little new Q bar and just drag it up to the top here and it'll put it in the corner. I like to keep it on this bar up here, but you do whatever you like. All right. Got our H100. This is a scary fast instance of Comfy running on an H100. So let's not waste any time. Let's go back over to the GitHub in the link in the description below. Kijai's CogX video wrapper. Go to the examples folder and we're going to grab the, here it is, the GGUF 10 gigabyte VRAM example. So you can run this on 10 gigabytes of VRAM. You got a 12 gig card, you can do this. So try that. All right. We are going to try the CogVideoX 5 Tora trajectory example. Is there a 2B Tora? Oh, maybe not, just 5. All right, so let's kick it. Let's download. So we're going to download this JSON file. There's a few ways to do this. You can just hit download raw file, or you can click raw, and it'll give you the file, and you can Control S to save it. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to click the download file. Boop. Now I've got this JSON file in my downloads folder, and we are going to drop that right into Comfy. So we'll just grab it out of the folder and drop it. And it's going to say, you're missing all kinds of stuff, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. What do we do? How many of us have seen these big red nodes? What do? We don't freak out. We go manager, install missing custom nodes. And then we look and it goes, oh, we need KJ nodes and video helper suite. Both amazing node packs I 100% approve of. So install them puppies and get to work. Click them both, hit install, and it's going to go install them in order. Yeah, Taz, we rented an H100 for tonight because we're doing 5B cog stuff, so I want it to take like less time. So yeah, you can spin these environments up much faster than me right now. Like I'm talking you through all this stuff, but you know, you won't waste this much time on your spin up because you'll do this much faster than I am. I'm doing this nice and slow so everybody gets to see every step and every potential problem and all that stuff. But when you get good at this, you can get these instances spun up in 5-10 minutes, depending on how fast the internet is, right? Okay. Are we done? I just went to look at my local Comfy to see if it was finished. Okay, it looks like they're installed and they ran, so I'm going to refresh the page, F5, and that should bring the nodes into position. All right, so this is the default example workflow that comes with it, the Tora workflow. for the 5B, and I'm just gonna add a couple of these things I know we need. We need a clip. You can see this clip here, the T5 clip model, Google T5 XXL encoder only, FP8 E4M 3FN. Remember that, because we need to go up here to the manager, go to model manager, and type T5, and we're looking for that XXL encoder only FP8 E4M 3FN. Hit install, and it's going to download that model. That model's 5 gigs, and it'll take a little while. Here we go. This is why you get that good internet. Otherwise, you spend all your time waiting for files to download before you can get to work. Okay, so let's refresh. Click this little refresh button. That's going to refresh all the paths, and it's going to be in place. So we can click on it. You'll see it when you click on it. Then you can click on it. That's important. If you don't see it, it's not there. This model, this node will download the model for you. So you just select whatever was selected. 5B Tora, 5B Tora. Let's leave all this crap alone. Strength. Okay, so this is a path of our spline. It's going to start here, and it's going to go woo, just follow the arrows, right? So it doesn't necessarily need to be this exact path if we don't want it to be. There we go. Let's try that. This might be too extreme, but you know, the idea being it's going to go whoop. So let's try. I mean, we can just try this video of a brown bear in front of a waterfall because we know it works. And it's fun. But if you guys want to drop prompts, we can try some stuff while we're cooking. Okay, and I'll just walk through the workflow real quick before we run it. So we're loading our clip, we're loading our model, and we're loading our cog video model all up here. This is our encoders. So we got our prompt encoders. I'm just going to color this stuff. Make it more legible. Green. Okay, cool. Yep. It's our spline editor. You'll be, I don't know, cyan. Yeah, feels good. You'll be cyan because you deal with images. You're technically a mask, I guess, kind of. All right. We got our cog video sampler. This is going to encode our trajectory and feed it into the sampler. And then this is just creating the little dot. And then this is compositing the dot into the animation. So if you want to save a separate version of the animation without the dot, you just grab this output from the cog video decoder. And then you've got one that goes to the, the composited version and the non-composited version. So pop those over there, and we're just gonna say CogVideoX Tora, Tora, and then this one will say, so we know that one has a dot. This one don't. Okay. Oh, and this is the trajectory. So this is just the dot itself. These are the two output videos. Blue. You are cyan. You are, I don't know. Why not? You're definitely cyan. You are purple, and you are purple. All right, cool. So diffusion, purple's diffusion. The cyan is like image mask stuff. Blue is videos in and out, images in and out, and green is input or models, and red is usually for negative prompts. Green for positive prompts. And then I also make like VAE encoder and decoder stuff. Red usually, but this is a different process, so who cares? All right, this will probably work, so let's try it. Control Enter. All right, so now it's going to download. So the first time is going to take forever. Well, not forever, but it's going to take longer the first time because it's got to download giant freaking models. Yeah, but there it is. There's our trajectory. So the bear should do this. Whatever this is, whatever the bear does, I don't know. But, trajectory. Try to fit all this on a screen. That should do it. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. The Spline Maker arcade game. Yeah, guys, I mean, you want to listen to some music, listen to some music. I don't play music on my streams, so I don't get demonetized later. So, there will be moments of silence in the stream. Fill them with your own music, so you don't have to listen to whatever I'm listening to. Or don't, maybe some of you are capable of just having silence. I'm not. I got ADD. I require sound at all times. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's working, and it's way faster than it was on my machine. Holy crapsicles. Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay, cool. This is definitely workable. Yeah, rent an H100. No big deal. Doobie doobie doo. Here we go. Hey, Taz, just roll back the video to the beginning. I did the whole setup. It's really fast. Basically the same as setting it up on your computer, just a few caveats, the cloud server, so you can't access the thing through Comfy, but you can access the backend through the Jupyter manager. So six of one, out dozen the other. Oh, here we go. Let me get these up sideways here, side by side. Nice and big. Beautiful. Can you believe that? I'm just absolutely blown away by this. It's so cool. All right, let's try. Let's try a loop-de-loop. All right, should we try what, like a bird? Bird flying in front of a beautiful bed of flowers. So hopefully the bird will do this. I think we're going to have to try one of those interpolation ones too. That's super fun. So yeah, like I said, this taking 2 minutes on an H100, it was taking 8 minutes on my 3090. So start extrapolating that down, less VRAM. You got to start moving into your system memory. Man, things can take forever really fast. So I know it's expensive, but renting cloud compute can really save like time for like iteration for stuff like this. So it really depends on what your time is worth, I guess, and whether you're actively using your GPU or not. Because if you're not, and you just want to generate this stuff when you're like sleeping or whatever, I mean, who cares? Just let it run. But if you want to iterate quickly and like get some work done, you're trying to like learn how to use these tools and stuff. Iteration speed is key. So like I think it's worth investing in your own time and your own self to get, you know, run to 4090 or something for 40 cents an hour and just bang iterations, because you learn more by failing quickly than you do by you know, slowly generating a bunch of stuff and then sifting through it and not really knowing if, you know, not really knowing what changes you're making and what effect the changes you're making are having. So yeah, makes sense. But yeah, if you're just screwing around, just use what you got. Use what you got. That's right, Volley. Yeah, you can do the iteration stuff at home, and then when you're ready to do it at scale, you can rent you can rent it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, it's not sticking to a specific part of the bird, but it is making the bird, you know, fly around in that exact you know, pattern. This is fun. We're not talking about, you know, Hollywood level VFX here or anything. This is just the fact that we can do this is novel. So let's explore it, right? Like, yeah, this is really cool. Great. All right. Yeah, I don't know. The trick with splines is you kind of want to keep the points equidistant from each other so that the spline doesn't, because the longer the space on the spline between the points, the faster it goes between those 2 points, right? Like if the 2 points are really close together, it'll go slower in those 2 points. If those 2 points are really far apart, you'll speed up the movement. So if you want your movement to stay steady, you can do that. Or if I wanted the whatever I'm doing to sort of meander around up here for a while, right? And then zoom off screen, that's how you would do it. So I've got nice close together points up on the side and then zoof off. So let's try that. Let's try a honey badger running around crazily in the jungle. No, they're not in the jungle, are they? Where do honey badgers live? Africa. What is your natural habitat, honey badger? Honey badger natural habitat. All right, forests and grasslands, dry for in a dry grassland. Sure, hit it. We have to be perfectly accurate with where our honey badgers are, or else, you know, all hell will break loose. I don't know if you guys have seen a honey badger, but they're not to be trifled with. Okay, so my My little speech about the speed of the the speed of the trajectory seems to be completely irrelevant, as it seems to be normalized across the length of the spline. So forget everything I said. That's a Blender thing. That's not a this kind of spline thing. This is what I get for just talking right out of my ass. It might be possible with these different interpolations. I don't really know. I have to dive into this tool more. I really haven't played with it much, but it is sweet. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a honey badger running around and then dipping off to the side here. Yeah, it's true. I could have put him in space. That's the next one. We'll do an astronaut floating around in space. Astronaut floating around in space. Queuing it up. So when you're doing stuff like this, you kind of want to have something in the queue at all times, or you're just wasting money, really. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to like pop a few extra runs in there, because there will times you can be like brain farting, or you get up to go to the bathroom or something, and you come back, you're like, ah, crap, I haven't been doing any runs for 4 minutes. You know, it's like, hello, do you know the reason for 49 frames only? Yeah, it's what it was trained on. As far as I know, you can just extend it and stuff. I don't know how this works with the trajectory exactly, but with the other cog model, like we were doing runs of like 96, 140 frames. Like it works. Just the context window is a certain size, so you know, it is what it is. This will never not entertain me. This is so cool. Come on. Oh no, we're not saving these outputs. Okay, people, see this save output button? It's very important. Um, they were not enabled by default, so we haven't actually been saving any of our runs. So it's a bummer. You want to make sure those are enabled in your video combine nodes, or you won't be saving the stuff you're making. So check that. Yeah, it's cool without it. Like it looks like they're like hunting something or something. Like they're like yeah, it's cool. I mean, the 5B cog video model is really good. Like that's why these results look so awesome. Is the model itself is it's great. And again, 2 minutes for 49 frames on an H100 is that's beefy. That's a beefy model. That's a beefy model. So we got our astronaut floating around in space now. Let's try tiny roller coaster car on a theme park diorama. Let's see if it can do like, yeah, probably can't, but you know, who knows? Oh my god, poor guy. Ah! I'm being pulled around the universe by a red dot. You know, they're not all winners. It's entertaining though. And let's try trying to remember how my brain's trying to math this. This is so hard. Yeah. Start here, go all the way around back up. Okay. And let's try bumblebee flying around a hive. The first thing you do is replace all save image nodes with previews. No. That would never work for a pack rat like me. I need everything I've ever made. It's all amazing. It's all incredible. I've never made a single bad generation of anything ever. Not even once. They're all amazing, even this one. Decodes real fast on an H100. Holy cow. What? Come on. You didn't make an actual roller coaster. Holy cow. This is so cool. Oh my god. I wish there was a preview. Bumblebee's coming next. This was the roller coaster on a diorama. Totally nailed it. You know what? I'm gonna actually add the prompt to the top of the images so that yeah, don't lose it. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, yes I can. Well, I don't want to though. I'm going through a real emotional thing right now. So I can install fill nodes, but if I install fill nodes, they're going to fail. Then I have to go and fix that because they're on a cloud solution. If I use KJ nodes, then it's a whole thing because I got to do the. It'll work though. All right, let's do it. Screw it. KJ. See, that's my brain. That's what my brain does all the time. So we're going to create a text mask. We are going to get rid of the width. We're going to turn that into an input. And we're going to turn the text into an input as well. Bloop, text and width. Okay. The width is going to be determined by this thing, which is I believe that's you. Yep. And the text will be multi-line. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. A string go into. Turn this into an input. Prompt. Convert prompt to input. Yes. String into prompt. Okay. String into text. So now we have a little text mask with the. Ooh. There's the bumblebee flying around. Beautiful. Okay. Let's. So we now have a 80 pixel high, 48 tall mask, and we need to concatenate that into this. So we're going to go image concatenate. We calculated the width from the mask width, which should be the same width as the, the run, but who knows. And then we're going to pull this posited one out as the bottom, and we're going to change it to down, and we don't need to match because it'll be fine. And if I did all of that right, which I probably didn't, but it's worth a shot, we should have the prompt at the top of the run now. So let's try changing this. Somebody asked for, oh yeah, we could try the Swedish chef. Swedish chef from the Muppets making dinner. And if I did that right, when it's done, it should append the prompt to the top of the image. If I didn't, we'll get an error. Or it'll look bad on the other. You know. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, it's working. So this will be our, our prompt. This is so we can feed the prompt into two places. So we can say, put it into the text encoder as the prompt, and we can also put it into the text mask as the prompt, so that we only have to type it in one place, and then it shows up in two or more. If I wanted to add it to the other one, I could do that as well, etc., etc., etc. We'll see if I was right. All right, let's check our Vast console. What do we got? So we've been up for 37 minutes. Let's say you only want to do this for an hour. You only wanted to spend, $2, whatever. So you're getting ready to wrap things up. You want to download all the files that you've made. So there's a few ways to do that. Go back to your Jupyter server, and either from here or in the actual Jupyter Lab, this tab here that we had open from before. Just pull it up here real quick. Take a sec. No. So this is our folder. This is our ComfyUI folder. So everything that we made is in our output folder, right? So we got all of our little, runs here. So there's two ways to do this. You can select all these files, right click and say download, and it'll make a zip file and send it to you. Sometimes that doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, then what you want to do is go back over to this, click on your terminal, right? And if you go into the ComfyUI folder, cd ComfyUI cd space output and ls, you'll see your files. You want to zip those files up with no storage. So zip-0, zoom in here, zip-0, I believe it's output.zip star. Yeah. So zip-0, 0 for store, like don't encode, just store the files. And then it just makes a zip file, this output.zip, that you can download easily. So yeah, either just click on all the files you want to download and hit download, and it'll make a zip and send them to you, or you can do what I did there and just zip them up manually and then grab that zip file. But yeah, that's how you download your stuff. I don't need this file, so delete. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Back to Comfy. Well, it doesn't look like the Swedish chef, but yeah, his hand is definitely making dinner. What's that thing called with the little like spheres, where the people do the hands and the spheres and all the cool movements? Some of that might be cool to try. Okay, let's try. Okay, I think that's a chopping motion. I'm gonna try that samurai sword thing now. All right, so let's try it. Samurai warriors chopping their katana through the air quickly. Who knows? Okay, looks like my font's way too big. I'm just gonna fix that real quick. It's mesmerizing to watch this dude like flip his hand around like this. I don't know why. Ooh. Try that one more. Oh yeah, hula hoop might be good. So what if we do like that maybe? A person using a hula hoop at the beach. These are, yeah, exactly. These aren't the dishes you're looking for. Bork, bork. Although that's a pretty wish.com version of the Swedish Chef, I gotta say. Mm. You know, it'd be really cool if you could, like, tell it what you want the dot to be. Maybe that's possible. I just don't know how yet. You know, you say the dot is the sword as opposed to the samurai itself. I did run a second one of the samurai because I had a feeling it would have trouble with this one, so we'll see. And if that doesn't work, then I think the next one is the hula hoop. So we'll see. Hula hoop samurai. And yeah, these are saving at like 8 frames per second, so you can absolutely interpolate these to make them smoother. Like we're just, you know, messing around. You know, other stuff dropped today too. Genmo dropped something called Mochi, I believe. Mochi 1. It's like open source video model that takes 4 H100s currently to use locally. But you know, that'll be reduced by the community in no time. It's a very promising model. Looks really cool. Made some fun stuff today with it. And you can play with it on FAL for 40 cents a gen. And I believe Genmo has a plan you can use it on probably. So yeah, go check that out. And it's a cool model. Makes neat stuff. Yeah. And Runway dropped Act 1 today, which looks like, you know, whoa. Sorry, guys. I think I saw something I wasn't supposed to. So let me double check that on the other screen. No, it was an armpit. But still, too close for comfort. Yeah. It made like a somewhat nudish lady, but what I thought was nipple was armpit. So we're good. But yeah, let's avoid hula hoops at the beach. Right. And let's try a delicious plate of sushi with a seagull flying around it. Now, I don't know if it's going to animate the sushi or the seagull. That's interesting to me. So let's try that. All right. Can just disable preview just in case YouTube doesn't agree that that's an armpit. Hide preview. Hide preview and pull it back. Okay. All right. When it's done, I'll unhide them. No, the prompt has no idea of what we're doing with the trajectory. That's on a different layer of the conditioning. I should have known better. No worries. This is all educational. I mean, we're not out here trying to make, you know, pornography or nudes or anything like that. So it is an educational stream. These things happen. All good. Yes, 3.5 came out today. Stable Diffusion 3.5 came out today. Runway Act 1 came out today. Mochi 1 came out today. Holy cow, man. Busy day. I'm going to let everybody else handle the SD1 3.5 videos. I mean, Latent Vision, Mateo, he put out a fantastic video on 3.5. Just go watch it. He covers everything that I would have covered, so there's no point in me making one. Runway Act 1 is essentially their version of Live Portrait, you know, which I covered extensively months and months ago. Everyone's calling it a game changer now. But that being said, it looks like a great interface, very user-friendly, and it looks like a commercially viable way to do it, and that's always good to have. So kudos Runway. It looks really fun and easy to use. Hell yeah. What else? Yeah, SD with 3.5. From what I've seen, I still prefer Flux, but you know, again, stay one. But from what I heard, 3.5 is indeed heaps better than 3. But I haven't tried it, so you know, you never know. I don't know. Who knows? Show preview. Hey, it did the thing. All right, show preview. So we got a seagull circling our delicious plate of sushi, and that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Perfect. All right. So I am going to zoom out a bit because holy cow, I'm getting claustrophobic. All right. Let's go over here to the GitHub and look at So I don't know if this interpolation example is the one. I don't think it's the one that I was thinking of. 5B Tora image to video. That's interesting. And 2B control net, 5 contractor. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff to play with, guys. Like, just go download this stuff and play with it. It's so cool. And then here's that fun 5B GGUF 10 gigabytes. So you can do stuff at the 5B model at 10 gigabytes of VRAM. That's insane. That's truly insane. The trajectory stuff, I think, will probably take more VRAM, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, that's Tora in a nutshell, and that's all I really wanted to cover tonight. Get out there, rent some GPUs, have some fun. Make sure you download your files when you're done. We'll go through that one more time. Go here. So we'll try it this way first. We'll select all the files we want to download and hit download. And this one's actually just going to download all these files separately. So just hit allow and just let it fill up your downloads thing. And it's all good. They'll all just dump into your downloads folder, and then you can just grab them all, put them in a folder, and you're fine. But yeah, that's basically it for this. I'm going to come back either tomorrow or the night after, and we're going to dig into probably Runway Act 1. That looks really fun to play with. And we're going to see how it stacks up to live portrait and all that stuff. And I will also do a live stream on SD 3.5, and we'll dig into it and stuff. But yeah, if you want like a proper rundown, just go look at Mateo's video, Latent Vision. Just look him up. Yeah, he makes great breakdowns on all this stuff, so you can, you know, get all your knowledge from him, because he like actually understands how the models work and stuff. I'm more of an artist, so I just screw around with them, and all my results are mostly based on, you know, feeling and stuff, and how I like using the model. So yeah, it's good to get a perspective from all the different people. And Mateo's he's an artist too, but he's very technically he's a lot more technically brilliant than I am. So he understands things on a level I don't understand them on. So it's good for you to get your information from multiple places, because, you know, my opinions of a model are not fact. They're just my opinions. So go form your own. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll be back real soon. Come back for the Halloween special. That's going to be super fun. I'll probably have a special guest. I'm still working that out. And then, yeah, I'll be back next week or tomorrow or the day after. I'm not sure which night I'm going to stream. It just depends on, you know, what's going on. So yeah. The next stream will probably be Runway Act 1. We'll do like, I'll film some stuff, and then we'll try applying it to different characters and see how it works. And then maybe we'll do the same thing with live portrait and see how they stack up, you know, A/B kind of thing. So yeah, that might be kind of fun. Let's do that. All right. I'll see you guys really soon. Come by the Patreon, pers.xyz. Come by the Discord. Go to Banodoco, BANODOCO.ai. Get on that Discord as well. Everyone's chilling on there. Yes, the special will be on Halloween night. And holy cow, I think that's all the things. Just speed running my my annoying stuff. Oh, like, subscribe, smash all the buttons. When you guys like and retweet my tweets for these things, it really pushes my pushes it out to a new audience. So I appreciate everyone who does that. And if you can, please share the tweets you see about these live streams. They because I link to the live stream for ease of use and stuff, they just get absolutely buried in the algorithm. So anything you guys can do to push them out is amazing. So yeah, we're gonna check out Mochi too. And yeah, so yeah, guys, have a good night, and we'll see y'all real soon. Bye-bye.